Hey guys, this is Rurouni K95 here, and it is time for a re-review movie, because I know what you're thinking. This is the first time because I wanted to do like a re-review on a movie for the very first time, is because I wanted to do this as well for all I'm learning about the film criticisms I have here. So, in other words, on this day, on August 13th, 1999, for this movie came out 22 years ago, Detroit Rock City. Detroit Rock City came out on this day, on August 13th, 1999, from what I understand about this movie. Okay, this movie starts off about the Kiss cover band called Mystery. They were performing Rock and Roll All Night. They were getting hyped for the Kiss concert until Jeremiah's mother, bitch of a mother, always comes in and takes him home, because she found out that the Kiss record was in the Carpenters album, until the next morning comes and Jeremiah Bruce wanted to call his friends Hawk and Lex and Trip in this movie. Because Hawk is played by Edward Furlong in this movie. About how they got the Kiss tickets, because it's in one of his friend's jacket. And then his mother came because she knew that he was up to, because he has the drumsticks with him as well, from what I understand. And the school comes, and then he came, and then he wanted to know, saying that the Kiss tickets were safe in Trip's jacket, and then he was saying if his mother smells those Kiss tickets, she'll destroy them. Long until class was in session, he met the girl who he has known by the name Beth as well, until over the PA speaker, about how it's his mother came, because she found out that he has those Kiss tickets, and then she was so pissy with her son, Jeremiah Bruce. I mean, Mrs. Bruce is definitely a psycho bitch from hell. Remember that. She burns the Kiss tickets in that movie. When she was smoking a cigarette, she was burning torching those Kiss tickets, until one of Jeremiah Bruce's friends, who are part of the Kiss cover band Mystery, were hiding in the girls' restroom away from the hall monitor by the name Elvis. And then he got sent to the church in the air. And then they were ditching school about how they were going to get Jeremiah Bruce from the church as well, until the pizza delivery guy comes, to find Philip McNutley's office. And for all the reason is that he has ordered a pizza, and they might have put psilocybin mushrooms in the pizza, which causes Father McNulty to go high on that. So he lets Jeremiah Bruce go. So they went into the car, and they were excited about going to see Kiss live, until a car with those disco goers playing disco music in the car. And then Trip just grabs the pizza and just throws it out the window and lands it on the disco goer's car. And one of them pulled the car over and grabs Hawk and smears it on his hair on the pizza that was on the car window as well, from what I know in the movie. And he hears a Kiss Love Gun out on 8-track playing. He grabs the 8-track tape of the Love Gun album, and he threw it out in the street, and the truck smashed it. And then they beat up the disco goers' asses up, and then they use a stone on their Pontiac car, so they will not get them go as well. Because Because remember, this movie takes place in a setting in the 70s, which is in 1978, of how this movie, how it takes place, of how it goes as well. Remember. So in the movie Detroit Rock City, they were on the way to pick up Christine, who is played by Natasha Lyonne in that movie. They were on the way to, like, Detroit, Michigan, because they were excited if they won KISS tickets on the radio, but it gave them to the next caller when they got to the radio station. They told the radio DJ guy about did they got the KISS tickets after they won, but they gave it to the next caller. Things don't turn out very well, which is not in a good way, especially for the movie like Detroit Rock City, of how you want to know about this. So at this point, by the church, in the cathedral church in Detroit, Jeremiah Bruce knew it was his mother all along behind the Mothers Against the Music of KISS in that one. Yeah, because he knew that Mrs. Bruce said that KISS stands for Knights in Satan's Service in that movie. And then she drags him to the cathedral church. Beth knew that she saw Jeremiah Bruce got dragged to the cathedral church by his psycho mother, who always hated the band KISS. And then Hawk met this guy who's got the KISS ticket, saying he's got to go in there and be a stripper in the strip club in the movie. And then Trip, on the other hand, he went to the Smiley Mart convenience store. He passes by those two boys, saying, "Give me demanding him about a KISS ticket." But one of them don't have KISS tickets, because remember, and the other one hates the band KISS, but he got mad, and he takes Stretch Armstrong toy, and then he runs into this other kid who's at the Smiley Mart store, about that he does have a KISS ticket, until his old Chongo and his friends, who are with this kid who has the KISS ticket, who is the 8-star track runner one. And then things just going by. Jeremiah Bruce still has the confession in the church, as well as Lex the character that Giuseppe Andrews play in the movie, was passing by the bodyguards and the security guards and who are setting up the KISS concert thing as well. And then Lex has lost to the winning on the KISS concert. Has lost to the bet on the $100 prize on the winning at the strip club, until he met a woman who is played by Shannon Tweed, who is married to Gene Simmons on that one, and as a woman who having romantic, sexual, and get love with Hawk in the movie after he lost the strip club as well. Until Trip knew that he was reading a KISS comic book as well, until the robbery came as well, how it started. And then Lex got thrown out of the backstage out there, until he's surrounded by those dogs out there. And then Trip has stopped the robbery, and he basically used a Stretch Armstrong toy to stop this robber guy, who is robbing a convenience store in this movie. And then Beth and Jeremiah Bruce escaped from the church as well. And then Lex, the character that Giuseppe Andrews played in the movie Detroit Rock City, has saved the character Christine that Natasha Lyonne plays in the movie, from those two novelettes who are the mechanics in the movie. And then, because he has brought those dogs after he gave those dogs Frisbee in that one. And then Jeremiah Bruce has a confession to his mother-in-law, his psycho mother, that he wants his drumsticks back. Then she just gives it up, and then she just quickly gave it to him, and one of his drumsticks broke. And yeah, Tripp got mugged after he gave $100, $50 cash and his KISS Army ID to those snow nubbits from Smiley Mart before. You know, number 43 on there. Yeah, that was one. And then Tripp, Jeremiah Bruce, Hawk, and that character Giuseppe Andrews played in that movie, beating each other up, acting like if they were mugged for the KISS tickets. And then they got Tripp's $150 cash and his KISS Army ID card, and then got the KISS tickets back. And then they were excited for the KISS show. When they went to see KISS performing live, you know, Peter Criss threw the drumstick towards Jeremiah Bruce, and then Jeremiah Bruce is lucky that he got the drumsticks in this movie. When KISS is performing Detroit Rock City as the movie ends. So that's how the story goes in Detroit Rock City, is how some of the filming takes place in, like, some parts of Ohio or Canada, mostly in Detroit as well, as how the filming goes. This movie was directed by Adam Rifkin. Yeah, this movie does feature Edward Furlong from American History X and Terminator 2 Judgment Day in this movie. Yeah, and this also features James DeBello and Natasha Lyonne, who are from American Pie, are in this movie as well. I must say, this is a movie, it must be great for all these, if you're even a fan of KISS or not, or if you're a fan of 90s comedy in general. I guess I can call it a 90s comedy movie from the 90s as well. And I must say, this movie was superb in this one as well. Although I did my previous movie review on Detroit Rock City, this is the first time I wanted to do a re-review on Detroit Rock City again, because in honor of its 22nd anniversary of this movie, because I must say that this is an outstanding movie from the 90s, and this is a cult comedy from the 90s as well. If you haven't seen Detroit Rock City, give this a watch, because I highly recommend you this movie, because it's an outstanding film from the 90s, especially if you love 90s comedy. I'm going to give this movie score for this one is a 10 out of 10, because this is an outstanding comedy as well. Even if you love 90s comedy movies as well, from what I understand as well. If you haven't seen it, give this a watch, especially for a movie like Detroit Rock City. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched this movie, like many, many, many times. This is an outstanding comedy, even if you love 90s comedy movies as well. As in its many other way, because that's just my opinion as well. So that's going to be it for my re-review on Detroit Rock City. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's something to say for this. Because this is the first time I'm going to do a re-review on this. So, happy 22nd anniversary to this movie, Detroit Rock City, that came out on this day in 1999. Hope subscribe for content. My Anime Planet link in the description below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, if you have Twitter and Facebook account, on all social media. Smack the like button if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave it in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Smack the notifications bell button. This is RuRoniK95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned for my re-review on the Rocky Horror Picture Show.